back on the Young Turks. All right, lots of things to get to. First, Steve Bannon's crowd.
Yeah, so there's a video that we did not get to in the main show today, and I wanted to make sure our members saw it. So in one of the Build the Wall rallies that Steve Bannon did, this guy stands up and he asks a question, and it caught my attention for very obvious reasons. Take a look.
My name's Anthony, and I'm a deplorable.
By the way, Anthony, you didn't need to tell us that.
You got to make it.
Sorry about that. Okay, since these Democrats want to give illegal foreign nationals the right to interfere in American elections while pushing a Russian collusion, delusion, hoax on the American people, what more can we do to stop groups like George Soros, Open Border Society, and these Justice Democrats from destroying our republic from within?
We build the wall ourselves, like we're doing.
Kobach?
Well, you mentioned something else about stealing elections too. Look, there are a lot of states that are waking up to this threat. And right now, did you know that only 4 states in America require that you prove your citizenship when you register to vote? Those are Kansas, the law I wrote there, Arizona, Alabama, and Georgia. Michigan needs to be one of those states that requires citizenship when you register to vote.
It makes it sound like non-citizens are allowed to vote. They're not allowed to vote. Okay, so.
I mean, look, you guys, Trump put some sort of commission together to investigate undocumented immigrants allegedly voting. And you know what they did? Disbanded. Disbanded with nothing. They had nothing. You know why? Because it was all made up.
That same guy, Kris Kobach, was the head of that commission. And then when they had no evidence at all and they had to disband that thing that was put together, and they're all mortified and deeply embarrassed, they asked Kris Kobach, well, what happened to the voter fraud that you're talking about? He cited 31 cases from the past, having nothing to do with the Trump era and nothing to do with the 2016 election. And then I was gonna say somebody did the math. I did the math on it. And it turns out in that time frame, given how many votes there were in the country, that voter fraud was a devastating problem. Was it 12% of the votes? No. Was it 1% of the votes? No. It was 0.0000012% of the vote.
Epidemic. These clowns.
Yeah, that's the total clowns. And so now let's discuss the Just Democrat conspiracy.
No, hold on. Before we, look, the only reason why I really wanted to show that video is because, like, you're winning. And when I say you, I don't just mean you. Like, obviously us progressives, because they're paying attention and they're scared, and I love it. But like, they're paying attention, Cenk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like admitting this, because for the majority of things that you want to do, I'm behind you and I believe in you and all that. I don't want to be one of your doubters. But time to time, I am one of your doubters. And I was one of the doubters with the Justice Democrats. I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Like, this isn't gonna go anywhere. Like, you're already doing a billion things. This is gonna fizzle out. You're crazy. What are you doing? But I was wrong, and I'm glad I was wrong, right? It's working. Like the deplorable, he's standing up, he's freaking out about it. It's great.
All right, thank you. So, yeah, now we're in the same sentence as George Soros. Apparently, Soros and you guys, because you made Just Democrats happen, are the most powerful forces on the planet. And Ana, you weren't alone. Nobody believed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no one.
But like,
no one.
But understand, it wasn't because I didn't believe in like the progressive message and all that. It's just, it was right on the heels of this horrible election, and I just didn't know if I really had faith, any faith in the electorate. I do now, but back then I was like, no, that's it. Like, America's gone. We're done.
Yeah, and you remember that night I said, we're gonna fight back and we're gonna win. And so we're fighting back, and now apparently we're winning so much, I'm starting to get tired of winning. No, but like the Trump guys are reeling and worried about that we have too much power.
Which is hilarious.
Hilarious, I know. Now onto this particular conspiracy that they're concerned about. The Justice Democrats are, what were they going to do with Soros? They're going to open the borders.
I don't know. It was like weird.
Yeah, and okay.
we're helping undocumented immigrants vote. That's what we're doing. Yeah,
because it's a way for the Democratic Party to seize control.
Yeah.
Then why did we run against the fourth most powerful Democrat in the country? Like, if the Democratic Party had a plan for the Justice Democrats to take over and open the borders, why did they allow us to take out one of their leaders? Things that make you go, That makes no sense at all.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if the Justice Democrats will eventually be seen as the White Walkers of the establishment. And then the Democrats and the Republicans in the establishment will work together against the White Walkers, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know, but I don't like this analogy.
No, I hate it. But like, what if we unwittingly get establishment Democrats and Republicans to work together with their united mission against the Justice Democrats?
Well, another way of putting it is that we're.
Wait, what did you say? I heard you, Edwin.
I didn't understand a single thing.
Do you watch Game of Thrones? Oh, okay, then forget about it. All right.
So first of all, it will happen. The establishment Democrats and establishment Republicans will 100% work together against the Justice Democrats.
They're probably already doing it.
And so that's, to me, is a no-brainer. I expected that from day one. And you think the Democrats are happy to get picked off in primaries? No, they hate us way more than they hate the Republicans. And so, like, if they could work with the Republicans to smear Just Democrats, of course they will. Look, guys, Just Democrats this time around has announced one candidacy so far. It's no-brainer. It's against Henry Cuellar. We haven't even picked a candidate yet. We just announced who the opponent's gonna be. He's a sitting Democratic congressman. You guys have probably heard me talk about it before. He voted with Trump 69% of the time.
It's gotta go.
And he's in a very progressive district. Gotta go, right? They're like, wait, he's on your team. No, he's not. He was with Trump 7 out of 10 times. That's not my team, right? So, and that already triggered all the establishment Democrats.
Good.
But there's gonna be at least 12 races, at least, right? So you have no idea how much they're gonna get triggered. So that's why when I talk about the war is coming, like, people are like thinking, no, it won't come. What do you mean it won't come? We're gonna run the candidates and they're gonna flip out and then we're gonna go to war. Political war.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you made it so. Why can't we be Daenerys?
No, I don't know why I used that analogy. Ignore it. But now my mind wandered to something different. That's related to this. There's something that you told me very early on when I first started working at TYT. Like, you've told me two things that have stayed with me and I think will stay with me for the rest of my life. The first thing was when you said, that's life in the big city, right? Like when you asked me to like quit my CBS job to work at TYT when it was about to go bankrupt. And luckily it didn't.
And here we are. And you want to take money that we outlast CBS?
Well, okay. Anyway, so then the second thing that you told me, you were giving me like some anecdote like involving your dad and how he had this employee who was fantastic, but then she got a little entitled because she knew she was good at what she did. And then she started kind of like screwing up because it was like, oh, what are you gonna do? Fire me? And you said something along the lines of like, anyone can be replaced, right?
No one is indispensable.
No one is indispensable. And that has really impacted me. But I think sometimes it impacts me too much where I don't know my value at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the reason why I bring that up is because when I see these Democrats like Cuellar voting with Trump 69% of the time, homeboy thinks like, I'm indispensable. I can't be replaced. Like he thinks he's entitled. The Democratic Party is entitling him to that seat, right?
That's right.
No, homeboy, you gotta go. You are not representing the progressives in your district that make up your district. Gotta go, gotta go. You can be replaced.
Yeah, and so I don't want people to take that the wrong way. No one is indispensable, including me, right? And so the movement is gonna continue. And so that's why that Mr. Reagan video that we talked about in the beginning is so funny, because it's the mastermind is Alex Rojas. No, it's actually Cenk Uygur. No, it's actually Sharkat Chakrabarti. First of all, fucking make up your mind, dude. Which one is it? I don't think that there are, like, I don't think 3 masterminds is a thing. I've never seen that in a movie, right? And I don't think you're allowed to do like relay race of masterminds. Okay,
Yeah.
Rojas, you take it, right? Chakrabarti, you take the baton. Okay, so.
Wait, real quick. Did you watch the full video that he did?
Yeah.
Did you see like how he insulted? Well, there were two things. He insulted Chakrabarti by just saying, I think he has Asperger's or something.
Yeah, that was so random.
Like just.
But as long as we're making stuff up.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then he said, just as Democrats claimed that they were looking for people of substance. And then they found AOC, a bartender. What are you trying to say? That a bartender can't be a person of substance, you piece of shit?
Of course that's what he's saying. Of course that's. And who are you? Who the fuck are you, Mr. Reagan? You're an actor. What is that? It's a person of substance?
I mean, a failed actor.
Like, yeah.
100.
Right. And it's okay. I think an actor can be a person of substance. I think a bartender can be a person of substance. But if you're saying a bartender and you're a failed actor, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Anyway, so even in their conspiracies where I'm the mastermind, I guarantee you if I'm not around, it'll go on just as much, right? And there ain't no mastermind, it's a movement.
I don't know about that. Like I don't want to, I'm just keeping it real with you. You are relentless. Relentless. Like I don't know how you freaking do it. Like I'm so much more whiny than you are. Like you're not whiny at all. Like you work nonstop. Sometimes when I get in my whiny phases, and I have a lot of them, I'm just like, oh, this is kind of embarrassing when I consider what Cenk is up to.
Yeah.
You know?
No. I can whine with the best of them.
I know, Cenk, but like
I just keep it. You know, I do it more internally.
you do, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never get the feeling that you're like a complainy, whiny kind of guy. But more importantly, I don't know if there's anyone who's as like relentless as you. You know what I mean? Like I have my limits. I think most people have their limits. I think everyone who truly believes in this movement and is working really hard for this movement, they have their limits. I don't know how you do it. Like all day, every day, day and night, weekends, holidays. Like why are you sending us stories right now? It's Christmas Eve. Like live your life. But yeah.
This is my life though.
Yeah,
this is my
I know.
life. So look, I'll tell you a couple of things here. This is a little too self-aggrandizing, so I'll only continue for another 10 minutes or so. So no, seriously, look, I know the Ailes and the Cheneys are out there, right? And so we need somebody on our side who's going to be as relentless as they are. And so there's plenty of people, but I'm among them. And I teach my kids, it isn't about how smart you are, it's about willpower. It's about, are you gonna work harder than the other guy? And you know what, do you have the right attitude? And so, and Malcolm Gladwell wrote about it in his book. He tracked a whole bunch of geniuses and they generally had mediocre careers. And there's a certain table stakes on intelligence, and then after that, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, then the wheat is separated from the chaff based on how hard you work.
Yes, you know why? Because intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings.
Oh,
it's one of my favorite quotes. It's a good quote.
Who said that?
Actually,
Jalaluddin Rumi or something?
I read it on his shirt.
Okay, did you read it on one of?
Really good.
Did you read it on one of Shortcut's dangerous T-shirts? With those anti-colonialists saying crazy things like that? Okay. Anyway. Seriously, last thing is that when we were doing that TYT Classics, where we showed the arm wrestling match between me and JR, I learned a little bit about myself. I was like, man, no, because sometimes you guys will say that, but when you're you, it doesn't feel that way. It feels, I feel like that's what every once in a while I'll go bitter man about myself, right? Because no, I'm bitter. Right, and we get almost no recognition, and from the mainstream media guys and stuff. No, I whine, of course, right? And I get tired, and I get this, and I get that, right? So it's nice of you to say, and that's encouraging. It's nice when you guys say it. Thank you guys. And that helps me hang in there. So like you give me the strength to do it. If I didn't get you guys, I'd only have negative reinforcement, and I don't know how long I could last. So thank you for doing that. At the same time, when I saw that video, I was like, man, dude, I got lucky. I mean, what do you can't choose your own genes, right? You just got, Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I got the genes where I just don't want to give up.
I know, yeah.
Right.
You're relentless.
Did you see the JR video?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah, I mean, I had forgotten, like that he brought me down here, and I just wouldn't like go down, right? And so no, he beat me, and that happens too. All you can do is give it your best.
Yeah, give it your best, and also I think that your relentlessness, it intimidates people that you're competing with. Like your relentlessness intimidated me when we ran that race, right? Like the breathing and the relentlessness. I'm like, I know he will kill himself to beat me. So I'm not gonna run with my like leg killing me right now, which I might injure further. So I'm done.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you, Ana. I really appreciate you saying that. And look, part of the reason why this is a little unbearable, of course, but I kind of need it, guys. And so you'd be surprised at how little other progressive groups want to work with us. Like, what else do you need us to do to help? We've tried to help in every imaginable way. Can I get an inch back? Right?
We're different stylistically, and I think that it makes some people uncomfortable. And I get that. But we have a common goal, common mission, and I think that we need each other. So as unsavory as you might find the language to be, as much as you're obsessed with civility in these debates, we have a different style, and we're gonna do it our way. Yeah. And you're either with us or you're not.
Should I quote Jamie Lannister? Fuck everyone who isn't us. I'm kidding, that's not a great attitude. But you should buy Progressives versus everybody at shoptyt.com. No, seriously, last thing. Look, guys, for better or for worse, I'm that guy, and I'm not gonna give up. So we're gonna power through 2020, and we'll sleep when the war is over, okay? But we gotta win in 2020. It is not optional. I don't love the saying failure is not optional because it makes people too risk averse, right? But sometimes failure is not an option. And 2020, it's not an option, okay? We must win, okay? And then, by the way, that's only half the work. Then we have to actually pass the laws. Because if we don't pass the laws and we don't get the amendment and we don't get that, what was it for? What, for power? Who gives a shit, right? So what was this for? Aggrandizement of people? Who cares, right? Oh, people like Ocasio-Cortez, they like Bernie Sanders. Great, wonderful, but who cares? Like, it has to be policy. If we didn't do it for you guys, then it wasn't worth anything. Yeah. So super last thing for me, and then we'll wrap up here. I'm gonna tell you the freakiest story you ever heard, okay? And don't overanalyze it. I don't know what it means. Don't think that I think that it means something, okay?
You definitely think it means something.
All right, okay. So here we go. So when we started Just Democrats, my mom had a dream. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything, right? Like what?
It means everything.
Okay.
No, because like we don't really understand dreams yet. We just don't. Okay, we don't understand the human mind. We don't understand dreams. So when people tell me your dream doesn't mean anything, I think you're full of it. Okay, continue.
I hear you, but in this case, wait till you hear the dream.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so it means nothing.
No. It's a good dream. It's a good dream. Hold on. Okay. But how would she know, right? So she doesn't track politics. That's, she loves me, but she doesn't. Politics is not her thing. American politics is definitely not her thing. And she doesn't know anybody involved in the Just Democrats. And she had a dream, I'd forget exactly when, right? And she came and excitedly told me, because she loves telling me about her dreams. And she's like, I saw a woman on a horse and she led the army and you guys won.
Oh my God, I just got the chills. It means everything.
Okay, she said she was on I forget if it was a white horse, but it was a strong, big horse. And it was a
big, beautiful horse.
A big, beautiful, strong horse. The horse on it said too strong. Okay, no, seriously. Hold, we're getting to the best part. She said the woman on the horse was a brunette with long hair.
Oh, damn.
Okay, and I was like, I don't know who. Remember, at the time, there was not quite yet 60, 70 candidates that we wound up having, But there was a lot of candidates. So then I was like, I don't know, I showed her pictures of different people. And then when Allison ran, I was like, Allison Hartson, brunette, is it? She's like, no, that's not her. That's not her. And so she's not following this stuff at all. Ocasio-Cortez wins, she goes, oh my God, who's that girl? That's the one in my dream.
I'm telling you guys.
So that's a little freaky.
That is freaky.
Yeah.
We gotta get her a horse.
And you know what the horse is gonna be called? Justice. We're riding into town, guys. Okay, 2020, let's all stick together. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.